Talk about Steph Curry. He's been on a heater, right, over the last 3 games. Take a look at this. It's not just the volume, it's the freaking accuracy, too.
It's the volume, too.
He's averaging 9 three-pointers per game over that span. He's still making over 56% of his looks.
Yeah, that's hard to guard. That's hard to guard.
Thank you for that, Richard.
Yeah, you're welcome.
With Curry continuing to elevate and just this elite play that he's having, it got us thinking, take a look at this. Could the Warriors, I know it's going to sound crazy, but could they make a real run? Yes, we're talking about a title run here. These are the teams who are just outside of the top 10 in odds. That's according to ESPN Bet. So it's a really interesting mix of teams who believe that they really could make a run, including the Warriors. We saw how far the Miami Heat got last year, even as the 8th seed. So, Chiney, who has the long shot chance, the best long shot to win, or to, let's say, make it to the NBA Finals?
Why are you looking at me like that, Richard?
I'm curious as direction we're going to go.
So, technically, between the Warriors and the Sixers, maybe?
Sure. I mean,
if they were able to get Joel Embiid back, I'm going with the Sixers.
When, though? Because that's my fear with the Sixers is, okay, if you get Joel Embiid back, like, April, and he's kind of still needing to ramp up a little bit. Does that concern you?
Malika, do you know what he was doing the entire season?
That's fair.
He was leading the league in scoring. He was the best offense in the entire NBA. That shot right there from the free throw line, one-on-one, that cannot be doubled. Joel Embiid, hopefully he's rested. Hopefully he heals well and soon. If he's back on the floor, this team, yeah, that's a big if.
Yeah, that's the if. That's the if I'm talking about, because you're absolutely right.
This team automatically goes to third in the East. Third in the East. I mean, Milwaukee's looking a little bit better, but, like, getting that team whole with the pieces that they've added, we saw exactly what Buddy Hield was able to do. Like, the pieces are coming together for his health, and I like that for him.
Well, first off, the Warriors' whole roster for the moment is healthy.
Except for Chris Paul.
They don't, yeah, well, right. Their other starters, he's healthy. They're all healthy, and Chris Paul's getting healthy. So I like the team that I know is healthy right now. That's a big thing. So it's got to be the Warriors for me. They're scoring on the interior. They've got Kuminga really going really well. They've developed Pajemski and a lineup they can close with. It doesn't always include Klay Thompson, but what they're doing is working very well. They've been the 3rd best team basically for the last 15 games in the NBA when you look at net rating. And look at their schedule. Their schedule is very favorable. Now, they're in 10th place right now, Malika. I don't think from 9th or 10th you can make a real run. You got to win 2 play-in games. But they may not stay there. They've had the hardest schedule so far. Now it swings easier. Hopefully they get Chris Paul back soon. They've played a ton of very close games, as you know. They've, like 35 of their games have been clutch time games because they haven't been very good and they've been banged up or suspended.
Right.
Well, if they stay together, some of those games that were close that they were losing, they might start winning. So this is what I said weeks ago, and people were saying break this team up, and Steph was saying definition of insanity.
Are you talking to Perk?
Yes.
I'm saying ride this sucker till the wheels come off, and the wheels are firmly on right now.
Look, if we're talking about outside, we would say the 76ers. Obviously, they were a favorite team. They have the biggest if out of anybody on that list. And if Joel Embiid was healthy, they wouldn't be on that list. So in my opinion, no one on that list has a real chance. There is one caveat, like you said, with the Warriors. They went through the most difficult part of their schedule with the most difficult part of their season, with the injuries, with the suspensions, all of these things, the contract looming. Do we play young guy? They went through all of those things. Now they're healthy, now they're whole, and they have the 3rd easiest schedule in the NBA.
Yep.
So if they play the 3rd best in the NBA, let's just say hypothetically, if they play the 3rd best in the NBA, that can put them, maybe they can get to 6. Maybe they can actually make a run.
I don't know about 6.
I mean, I'm just
top 8. That's what they're looking for. Top 8.
I'm just saying maybe the Warriors. We know that those boys can go on a run. Steph is hot. Klay get going. Weird things can happen, and we've seen it with.
It's just always a question of who falls out, right? Because the Lakers are a 9, Mavs are an 8, Kings are 7, Suns are 6, and then you get to the Pelicans and Nuggets, the Clippers, the Thunder, and the Timberwolves. None of the top 4 are moving. The Suns, you kind of maybe expect to move up a little bit. Maybe the Kings. It's just I don't know who's falling out.
And the Mavericks are hot right now.
Right.
The Mavericks have gotten some reinforcements, and they're playing great.
Well, the one thing I will say is that sometimes it's not about who's going to move out. You can outplay. If a team goes 7-3 and you go 10-0 and they get a 10-0 stretch, which they have an easier schedule, and in my opinion, your schedule actually gets easier because teams start sitting guys. Teams start like playing for the draft.
Unless they're trying to win these awards.
No, but I'm not. But
they're trying to win some
awards. There's only 3 awards that are going to be given that is going to affect that. That's the only thing I'm saying.
So